Have you ever stood up from your chair, felt your knees protest, and thought, when did this get so hard? If you're a man over 60, you probably know that moment, when your body starts sending quiet signals that things are changing. The truth is, aging doesn't have to mean slowing down. But there's one specific exercise, and it's not what most men think, that can determine whether you stay strong, steady, and confident for decades to come. Hi, I'm Dr. Sophia Hayes. For over 20 years, I've helped men reclaim their vitality, strength, and confidence through natural methods that truly work with the body, not against it. And today, I want to talk about something that may surprise you. It's not weightlifting. It's not running or push-ups. It's something far more fundamental. And yet, it's the one movement most men over 60 are unknowingly skipping. Skipping it, quite literally, may cost them their independence later in life. I've seen men who could bench press their body weight, yet struggle to get up off the floor after tying their shoes. I've also seen men who couldn't run a mile, yet move with energy and balance that makes them seem 10 years younger. The difference wasn't strength. It was how they used that strength. In this video, I'm going to show you what this forgotten exercise is, why it matters more than ever after 60, the science behind it, and how adding it to your day could transform your balance, mobility, and energy. So if you're ready to protect your body, reclaim your confidence, and stay strong for the years ahead, stay with me, because this just might be the most important few minutes you'll ever spend on your health. You see, most men don't realize how quickly their bodies begin to lose functional strength after 50. It doesn't happen overnight. It starts quietly. A little stiffness in the morning, a slower rise from the chair, or a sense that your balance isn't what it used to be. These are subtle warnings from your body, and if ignored, they can snowball into something much bigger. The truth is, after 60, the biggest risk to a man's health isn't high cholesterol, or even blood pressure, it's loss of movement. When you stop moving the right way, muscles weaken, coordination fades, and your ability to stay independent begins to slip. I've seen men who once hiked, golfed, or played with their grandchildren now struggle with simple daily motions, not because of disease, but because the small stabilizing muscles that once supported them have quietly gone to sleep. You might think strength training alone keeps you safe, but here's the catch. Many traditional workouts focus on the big muscles, the chest, arms or legs, while ignoring the deep, functional movements that connect your body as a whole. It's these forgotten movements that protect you from falls, joint pain, and fatigue. When these muscles are neglected, even simple actions, stepping off a curb, twisting to grab something, or getting up from the floor, become potential hazards. That's why falls are now one of the leading causes of injury among men over 60. And it's not just about the physical pain, it's the emotional impact too. Losing confidence in your own movement can chip away at your independence, your sense of masculinity, and your overall joy of living. But the good news is, this decline isn't inevitable. You can rebuild that foundation at any age, and it all starts with one simple exercise, the one that most men over 60 are skipping without realizing it. In the next section, I'll explain exactly what that exercise targets and the science behind why it's so critical for lifelong vitality. Now, let's talk about the science behind why this exercise matters so deeply for men over 60. As a doctor, I often remind my patients that your muscles don't just move you, they protect you. They're like your body's armor. But over time, something called sarcopenia begins to take hold. Sarcopenia is the natural loss of muscle mass and strength that accelerates with age, especially after your mid-50s. In fact, research shows that the average man loses about 1% of muscle each year after 50, and it happens even faster if you lead a sedentary life. But here's what most men don't know. It's not the large muscles that go first. It's the small, stabilizing ones that quietly hold everything together. These are the muscles deep in your core, hips, and legs, the ones responsible for balance, coordination, and mobility. When they weaken, your nervous system has to work harder to maintain stability. That's why you may feel unsteady, clumsy, or fatigued even if you still exercise regularly. This is where the sit-to-stand movement comes in. The exercise most men overlook, but the one that could make all the difference. The simple act of sitting down and standing up engages nearly every major muscle group, from your legs and hips to your lower back and core. More importantly, It trains your brain and body to work together in harmony, rebuilding the neural pathways that control balance and coordination. Studies have shown that men who practice sit-to-stand exercises regularly have better balance, lower fall risk, and even improved cardiovascular health. It's a full-body reset, teaching your muscles and joints how to cooperate again. Think of it this way. If you can comfortably get down and back up without using your hands, you're sending your body a powerful message. I'm still strong, stable, and in control. And that single ability can predict your long-term mobility better than almost any other fitness test. In the next part, I'll show you exactly how to strengthen this movement and share natural, science-backed remedies that support your body's ability to stay strong, mobile, and pain-free. Now that you understand how powerful the sit-to-stand movement is, let's look at how to make it even more effective and how to support your body naturally as you rebuild that foundation of strength. You see, movement alone is powerful, but when combined with proper nutrition and lifestyle habits, it becomes transformative. First, let's talk about muscle nourishment. As men age, your muscles don't respond to protein the same way they used to. That's why I often recommend spreading your protein intake throughout the day, not just at dinner. Focus on clean, natural sources like wild-caught fish, pasture-raised eggs, lean poultry, and plant-based proteins such as lentils or quinoa. These foods provide amino acids that help your body repair and grow muscle tissue after activity. Second, hydration plays a bigger role than most men realize. Dehydration can make your muscles stiff and your joints ache, and it can even affect balance. I tell my patients to sip water steadily through the day and add a pinch of sea salt or a splash of coconut water for natural electrolytes. Third, support your joint health. One of my favorite natural combinations for men over 60 includes turmeric, ginger, and omega-3 fatty acids, whether from fish oil or flaxseed. These natural anti-inflammatories can reduce stiffness and improve your body's ability to move freely. Fourth, don't underestimate the power of magnesium. It supports muscle relaxation, nerve function, and recovery, yet many older men are deficient without knowing it. You can get magnesium from leafy greens, almonds, pumpkin seeds, or even a warm Epsom salt bath after a day of movement. And finally, add gentle balance and mobility training. Yoga, Tai Chi, or even standing on one leg while brushing your teeth can reawaken the coordination your body naturally had decades ago. When these habits work together, nourishing your muscles, keeping your joints fluid, and training your balance daily, your sit-to-stand power multiplies. You'll notice yourself moving with more energy, climbing stairs with ease, and feeling years younger in your own skin. In the next part, I'll show you how to weave these ideas into your daily life and share an inspiring story of one of my patients who completely transformed his strength and confidence after 60. Let me show you how simple it can be to make all of this part of your daily life, and how one man's story proves it's never too late to regain your strength. I once worked with a patient named David, a 68-year-old retired teacher. When he first came to see me, he confessed something that struck me deeply. He said, "Dr. Hayes, I'm not afraid of dying. I'm afraid of needing help to get off the couch." That quiet fear is something I hear from many men his age. Not the fear of aging itself, but the loss of independence that can come with it. David had been fairly active in his 40s and 50s, but after a knee injury, he slowed down. Over time, his balance worsened, his legs weakened, and he began relying on his arms just to push himself out of a chair. We started small, just 5 sit-to-stand movements twice a day. No weights, no machines, just his own body. Alongside that, he began drinking more water, adding a turmeric and omega-3 supplement, and taking evening walks with his wife. Within 6 weeks, something remarkable happened. His posture improved. He no longer needed his hands to stand up. By 3 months, he could get up and down from the floor with ease. But the best part wasn't physical, it was emotional. He told me, "I feel like I got my confidence back." That spark, that sense of control, is what every man deserves to feel, no matter his age. Here's what I want you to remember. It's not about pushing harder. It's about moving smarter. You can start today by standing up from your chair without using your hands. Do it slowly, Feel your core engage and notice your balance. Then repeat it a few times throughout your day. With small daily habits like these, your strength won't just return, it will grow. And so will your confidence, your stability, and your independence. In the final part, I'll bring everything together and share a message that I believe every man over 60 needs to hear about aging, vitality, and living with purpose. If there's one message I hope you take away from this video, it's this: growing older doesn't mean growing weaker. Aging is not a disease, it's a transition, and how you move through it depends entirely on the choices you make today. You don't need a fancy gym membership, expensive equipment, or hours of exercise to stay strong. You just need to reconnect with your body, the same body that has carried you through decades of hard work, laughter, and love. That one simple movement, standing up and sitting down, symbolizes something far greater than just muscle strength. It's your independence. It's your ability to rise, not just physically, but in spirit. When you practice the sit-to-stand movement daily, you're not just training your legs and core, you're retraining your brain to trust your body again. You're improving balance, coordination, and energy. You're showing yourself that you still have power, purpose, and potential. I've seen men in their 70s, even 80s, regain mobility, reverse years of stiffness, and walk taller with renewed confidence. And every single one of them started small. One movement, one day, one decision to take back control. So today, I invite you to make that same decision. Try it right now. Push back from your chair, stand tall, take a deep breath, and feel the strength that's still there. That's your foundation. That's your vitality. If this message resonated with you, I'd love for you to join me on this journey. Subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you never miss a new episode. Every week, we explore natural ways to boost your energy, balance your hormones, and stay strong for life, the way nature intended. Remember, you have everything you need to stay powerful, steady, and alive with energy, no matter your age. I'm Dr. Sophia Hayes, and I'll see you in the next video. Stay strong, stay balanced, and keep rising.